Hello everyone, today is the 7th of July. You know, when it comes to this time of the year, just before the 12th, there's a story in the Bible I nearly always think of. Now, I've got to say, it's not one of the high tariff texts about peace and love and understanding. Instead, it comes from the underrated and, I suspect, not often read book of Numbers. It's found in Numbers chapter 20, starting at verse 14. If the story doesn't spring to mind straight away, here's an adapted version of it. The Hebrews, or what we could term the loyal Hebrew orders, because that's essentially what they were, despite a wobble or two along the way, are on the march to the promised land. We can perhaps think of that destination as the field to beat all fields, the place where the people could put their feet up, have a cup of tea, and feel safe, with all their wending here and there done. And the thing is, these Hebrews may have been on a traditional route. After all, they had been wandering round and round in the wilderness for so long, they could have passed this way before. Anyway, they come to, let's call it, the Edomite Road, and they inform the head of the local residents they want to walk down it. In fairness to them, the Hebrews seem non-confrontational and willing to enter face-to-face talks with what, to all the world, looks like the prototype of a residents' association. In this instance, the Edomite Road Residents' Association. The Hebrews promise to keep good order, saying, "We will travel along the King's Highway, turning neither to the right nor to the left, until we have passed through." The Edomite leadership give the matter due consideration, for all of a split second say no and threaten trouble if the Hebrews so much as put a toe in their neighborhood. The Hebrews make an improved offer, promising compensation if anything goes wrong or damage is done. "We only want to pass through on foot, nothing else," they insist. The Edomites again say no, you may not pass through. At this point, the ERA, the Edomite Resistance Army, put on a show of strength. The Hebrews can't even refer the matter to a parades commission, for one doesn't exist. So, they swallow their pride, nurse a grudge, and simply turn away. Here's the thing. As you can see, standoffs and strained community relations are nothing new. This one, though, has an intriguing prehistory. Get this. The conflict between the Hebrews and the Edomites went all the way back to the womb as a primal contested space, for the Hebrews traced their ancestry back to Jacob, while the Edomites traced theirs back to Esau, his twin. For these two, the rivalry started at the very beginning, jostling and grabbing and poking each other in the eye, no doubt, in the dark before birth. The same troubled relationship continued for the rest of their lives, and then simmered on between the Edomites and the Hebrews down through history, occasionally boiling over in bitter rivalry. It is as if the Bible is saying, "You think you have an intractable problem? Let me show you intractable." It all goes back further than you think. This business of contested space, contentious parades, opposition groups, attempted negotiations, and failure to compromise. It's all there in the slightly obscure Book of Numbers. This year, as we pass through the marching season, as it's come to be known, with its heightened tension around the protocol this year as it's come to be called. Pause and reflect. Things are maybe not as bad as they could be. But also ponder the gospel question. How can we live so that our enemy, whether brother or sister, ancient foe or new immigrant, becomes our friend? God bless. Bye for now.